Hey everybody, we're back here and we're here with the man of many hats, Greenwich Blue Blood, beloved degenerate, king of kings,
I don't have a hat
assassin.
like that. But
I know, well this is more laziness of not having gel the hair and all that. So we're here, launch of the UK Performance Centre, very big deal, and I'm here to ask some questions that I think people are intrigued by. So with NXT UK as a brand, we now have this facility here. For you guys, what's the kind of tiered system, or the way that if somebody's in NXT UK, would they automatically go to NXT one day, or maybe just go straight to the main roster, or is it kind of see what happens person by person?
I think it depends. I think it depends on the talent. I think there are some talent here that, you might see come from the UK that might move straight to Raw, to SmackDown. I think right now there's this sort of kind of perceived system where it's like Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and then NXT UK or whatever. I don't believe that. I believe that talent are talent, and I believe they'll sit where they sit. I believe you'll see talent over the next few years start coming up to Raw and SmackDown, and I think you'll see them move back over into NXT or come back into the NXT UK system. I think talent will begin to evolve and rotate through territories, so to speak. And as this expands out to the rest of the globe, as you see this happening in, the Middle East or India or Japan or, South America, you will begin to see that system take place where talent can evolve. I think there will be some talent that will become incredibly successful, will be global names, will be global household names that will probably never leave sort of the NXT system because that's their home base and it's where they fit, and they'll have incredibly successful, meaningful careers, and probably over those careers they'll gravitate through different locations within the globe, maybe without never being on Raw or SmackDown, but that not being any lesser to their careers, And
I wanted to get your take on this. So obviously there's been call-ups from NXT for years now. Because you're in NXT with all these guys and girls, and then they go up to the main roster, or go to the main roster. I'm going to stop saying up. Go to the main roster.
I think even main roster to me is funny. It's either to Raw or SmackDown.
Have you not figured out, but what's your kind of strategy of if somebody's in NXT, say they're an NXT champion, and then they go to Raw or SmackDown? Do you think it's better to continue a character and kind of continue the run like that, or is it more of a fresh start because it's a different audience you kind of get to? Where do you guys sit on that?
So again, I think it depends on the talent and the moment, and I think it's no different than it was if you go back 30, 40 years into the territory system in the U.S. No different. You left one place, you went someplace else. Sometimes you reinvented because you thought, what I'm doing is good, but here I want to do something different. I want to make it something more. And you reinvent and you become something different. Others, it's continuation of the same. Some, there are some talent that I see even in the system. Talent like Elias, that to me was the perfect fit on Raw or SmackDown from an entertainment standpoint and everybody else. There's a little bit of a square peg in a round hole in NXT sometimes, right? Like he had all the skill set for the main roster and for that grouping. I even do it, see? But different than it was for NXT, right? There's differences to the brands, differences to what people are looking for from those brands. You're going to see those things transfer. Raw's a 3-hour show. There's a lot of different components to that. You need the incredible athleticism to put on the spectacle matches. You need the characters to be able to carry the entertainment components of the show that general fans like, right? You need a lot of different things. So some people are suited for one or the other. Some people will succeed in one or the other. Some people will move to one, do moderately well there, move to another, and become the biggest thing you've ever seen, right? I think that's going to be the character and the movement, and I don't think that success or failure is just in that moment. I think it's long term. When you look at the arc of somebody's 20-year career, where they went and the success rates they had in all these places they went to is really where it becomes. Some will become franchise players in those particular brands, and that's the places they'll stay. Others will float around and become the person that kind of succeeds everywhere,